So I wish I could take credit for making that, but I can't. We actually, the first music we had last year, we put some things on YouTube and they're like copyright, which is, I have the email. I explained this in other episodes, but I have the email somewhere that I bought it. It's a royalty-free thing. And then they're like, nope. And then I wanted to change the music anyway. So that's what I ended up picking. But one of these days when we kind of grow this thing, I have a computer at home where I can make like all the EDM stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to bring that in and then really get going on the EDM stuff as well. So that's the other passion of mine that I have that we're trying to bring all together with this. But anyway, Zeke, what's up, dude?
What's up, brother?
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
How you been?
Good.
Good?
Good.
You, so Josh said you just got done with a fight, right?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Unfortunately, I lost.
Did you?
Yeah.
What happened? Was it quick or?
It wasn't quick, but it's there was a lot of variables of why I lost. But the main one is because of conditioning.
Yeah.
I'm a fat boy, so
Shit, look at me, man. I've been gaining weight like crazy. Can't stop putting it on, but whatever. That had to kill you because I know you in your personal life. I know how competitive you are.
yeah.
That had to eat at you.
Oh, that ate at me for like more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because usually, because you know me since my amateur fights too.
Yeah.
And I lost, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't care. But like since I'm pro now, and I'm like really trying to pursue this crazy dream of mine.
Right.
This loss killed me because I'm the one that lost. Like he wasn't a better fighter than me. Like he didn't drop me or anything. I just got super tired.
So you went the 5 minute three round.
Yeah.
And then he got you at the end.
He got me in the second round, and I'm just so tired.
Like,
and I was like,
did he catch you? And like,
no, it's. I was so tired to where like I had to take a knee just to take like.
Really?
I took a knee in the fight, and like that's when he started unloading. But I'll just show you the fight. I hate this loss, and it's just like, all right, I'm never gonna ever lose like that ever again.
So you commented just a second ago that you're sore because you're back in the gym. Now you've got the fire field again, right?
Yeah, I got it back. I mean, it's always been there, but this one it was hard to go back into the gym after this loss because I kept thinking about my loss. And I was like hitting the bag, and I'm like, all right, I need to go home. I can't think about anything.
Really?
Yeah, so I need to take a little break.
So take us inside what like a typical training like looks like when you're leading up to a fight. Because I know like obviously, you know, me, Lee, and a bunch of other people I know, we see final product on TV, but what does the training look like, and how many hours a day do you spend like getting ready for just literally a 15-minute fight?
Yeah. Oh man, it's so today is my official day for fight camp, and I decided to start it on sparring day.
Okay.
You don't want to ever start anything on a sparring day, and so like it just showed like today it just shows like I need to pick up my cardio and everything. But usually when I start it, and many other fighters is they'll train early in the morning, and you know me, sometimes I work for you, and I do construction and stuff like that. And it's just most of the time us fighters have to train early in the morning and then go to work. Right after work, we get back into the gym. And we try to make up those hours that we missed at work.
Right.
While at work, and we kill ourselves in like the gym for like 3-4 hours. But now it's different. Now I have like really good sponsors that's taking care of me, and people to help me schedule it the right way.
That's good. So you have professionals helping you out.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. The one question that comes to mind, I've always wanted to know this, is like, what is the hardest you've ever been hit?
The hardest.
Hardest.
Bro, did you see my first fight? My first pro fight?
No. So where can I find these online? Where can anyone find these online?
Online on Insta. So you got Fierce Fighting Championship on YouTube.
Okay.
I'll send you the link to that. And then you got Instagram, Fierce Fighting Championship. And then it's also on, those two. Those two are the only links.
Okay.
So you can find both fights on Instagram and on YouTube.
Okay.
And they have a website, fiercefightingchampionship.com.
So your first professional fight, you got rocked?
Oh, big old white boy, bro.
Really?
Oh, he rocked me. That's the first time I've ever got rocked. And so he hit me. Like, I was like, oh, I got this guy. Boom. My whole left side went numb. And I was like, oh. And you can see in the video, I'm just trying to open my hands.
Really?
And I was like, what the, like, I can't believe he hit me.
Like he hit you like right into cerebral palsy, basically.
Yes. Oh my, I tell people this, when he hit me, like my whole left side went, ugh, like I was trying to open my hands, and then I seen two of him.
Really?
And he rocked me. I've never been hit like that. And like you can see in the video, like my head, like, because usually when you get rocked or you get knocked out, your head spins super quick.
Right.
Like it's just like, boom.
Yeah.
And you see my head do that little movement. And I'm like, oh, shoot.
So did you lose that fight?
Nah.
You still won?
Thank God I won.
You rebounded.
I was like this close.
Because, like, you know, obviously you watch, like, the professionals, you know, that one hit. I mean, I know it's like a whole other deal, but, I mean, some of these guys, they get hit so fucking hard. Like, dude, with, like, the knees to the head.
Oh, yeah.
I think
shins.
Oh, man. And then I just watched was it Covington that just fought?
Oh, yeah. Kobe Covington.
He was just talking all that shit, and he looked like that. Yeah. But that fight before then, when that dude got hit in the head and, like, knocked out, and then he started, convulsing.
Yeah.
Man,
that's a bad dude, man.
Yeah, that's serious shit, though. I mean,
it is scary, bro. Like, and the smaller classes you go, I feel like it's the easier to get knocked out.
Really?
Because the heavier guys, we can get hit and rocked, but you don't really see a lot of heavy guys get knocked out like that. And so
are you you're a heavyweight, right?
Yeah, I'm a heavyweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, man. You've always been a tank. I just remember some of the shit you lift. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I remember freaking RH days, bro.
Yeah. Those were, I try to forget about those days.
If it wasn't for those days, bro, I probably wouldn't have chased this dream, because I would be driving and I'm like, I hate this job.
Isn't it crazy how that is, though? Because, like, you know, us doing this, you know, coming together with Lee and then already having the other guy with me, you know, we always had talks like, hey, if we hit this big, you know, we're going to quit our day jobs and everything. Now we're a little bit more calculated. You know, now we're like, you know, let's give this a year or two. Let's build this, you know, and then see what happens. But, man, it's so tempting to live in that fantasy land where you're just like, man, if this takes off, I'm never working again. I'm just doing this.
Yeah,
but then if you do it, you still have to have that fire over and over and over again. And that's hard, though. You know, it's hard to keep that going.
No, you're right. That is true, bro. Like, a lot of people ask me how, like, man, dude, how do you keep fighting, like, after you lose? It's like, it's because I'm not doing this for anyone but myself. Like,
right.
I love this stuff, and but it is hard to keep, like, when you keep going down and then you got to pick yourself back up.
Oh,
like,
man.
It's so tiring,
especially when it's that physical. Yeah. You know, like I couldn't even imagine that. Like, all my shit's mental. Like, it's just getting together with him and like, okay, who do we want to try to get on the podcast next?
Yeah.
And then, like, making the invitation and pushing and, like, doing that. Yours is, like, straight up physical. Like, you literally have to scrape yourself off the floor day in and day out and get back in the gym and fucking do that. And that's, dude, like, hats off to you. Dude, I respect you big time.
Thank you, brother.
So tell me how you got started, because I know, because you were a Marine, right?
Yes, sir.
And then, thank you for your service, by the way.
You, brother.
And then, did you feel like, in the Marines, you were kind of hand-to-hand combat, or was it before then, or was it after?
I started at a young age. You know, the typical story of being bullied, and I hate that feeling. And in the Polynesian culture, I'm small. Like, well, I'm not small now, but growing up, I was the small kid, and so other polys were just, they seen how small I was, and they're like, oh, let's pick on this skinny kid.
Right.
And I was just fighting all the time, and then, like, just a crazy household I grew up in, and it's just seeing violence at a very young age, and I'm like, okay.
Where'd you grow up at?
So I grew up in America. I was born in American Samoa, and then I grew up in Hawaii at 6 months, all the way to like 8 years old. Then we moved here to Utah, in Glendale.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a rough area.
Heck yeah, that place is horrible. I'm just kidding.
No, like, but it's home though, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can call a spade a spade. Glendale is rough, but it's home.
Yeah.
And then, so the bullying, was it all throughout, like Hawaii, Samoa, and
It'll be. I would say it started in Hawaii because I grew up with my auntie, and my uncle, who was my blood, divorced her.
Okay.
And so my auntie's and her family took care of me instead of my blood uncle.
Right.
And so like they always like, oh, look at this adopted kid, this adopted child. Like, go back to your real family. And I'm just like, yeah, I hate everyone that keeps saying. So it just started from there. And then when I finally met my real parents, it just got like, I was just introduced. I seen things I don't think any child should see.
Right.
And so that I think that's why I'm like, was born into this. Like, I know I'm meant for this. And so, yeah.
That's good though. I mean, because there may be a day where you don't maybe want to go as hard physically.
Yeah.
But then you can turn around and train other people too, and still be in it. You know.
For sure.
I noticed you've kind of got a crew now, right?
A little bit.
A little fighting crew.
Yeah, a little bit.
With like Josh and them, right?
Yeah. It's just like just a lot of guys that want to fight or just kind of have like a really bad background too. Mm-hmm. Or I'm trying to bring like people that's like prone to go into the gang life or just be troublemakers and stuff like that.
Right.
I kind of grew up in the similar fashion, broken home and all this.
Right.
Because MMA has taught me like discipline, and the Marine Corps has too, but like MMA taught me something the Marine Corps can never. Like, it's being accountable for my stuff. And
right.
In the Marine Corps, because in the Marine Corps, everything's a scheduled thing.
Right.
And you got to do it. Where as for MMA, like you don't have to do it.
But you have to, like, if you
want to go far, you have to do it.
You got to get it.
So there's a decision. That's why, like, that's why MMA has helped me a lot. And that's why I'm trying to bring, like, a lot of young guys and, like, put them on my wing or my other coaches and everything else.
Right. That's cool, though, because where I work, and we won't mention any names, but you see a lot of kids come from a rough background.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I see a lot of kids like phase in and phase out of the job, and then next thing you know, they're like in trouble.
Yeah.
And then they get out, and then they want their jobs back, and it makes it harder to bring them back in.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, it's cool though, you're providing another avenue for youth that could go a different route. Like you said, like the gang thing. Mm-hmm. Even though it's Utah, like, we do have gangs.
Yeah, I don't know why people think that like Utah is just this crazy Molly Mormon state. It's not.
What kills me though is like Salt Lake is so diverse now.
Yeah,
and you have a ton of gangs, and you have a lot of issues here, but at the same time, like, they have them up in Ogden. They have them down in Orem.
Yeah.
Like, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Right.
Price.
Right.
It's just,
you get like California people come in, oh, this is a great place to live. Like, now go down to Glendale.
Yeah, Glendale, Rose Park for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Rose Park too.
Did you?
So we moved to Glendale then right after officially stayed in Rose Park. And so,
which is also a rivalry.
Yeah,
people don't know that either.
Yeah.
But
and now it's cool. But like back then when I first came to Utah, I was like, yeah, this place is nuts.
So the one thing I noticed, not just in my experience in the moving industry, but also prior to that, is the Polynesian culture is really close regardless.
Yeah.
And it seems like when someone gets out of line, you guys are good about pulling them back in.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you're offering another, avenue for, in a sense, trained violence.
Yeah.
For people to get that out. But then it also like trains them to be more like, hey, like, these are now weapons.
Yeah.
And now they're self-conscious of it. Yep. Instead, you get, like the younger kids that come up and they just start swinging, and, they're more disciplined, which is cool to see.
Yeah.
So, what do you train in? Like Muay Thai? What's your go there?
Like boxing and Muay Thai.
Okay.
I love Muay Thai. And
you get into like the jiu-jitsu and all that too?
Yeah, I get into it, but it's not my thing.
You're more
I have to, yeah.
You're more the stand-up, right?
Yeah, I'm a stand-up guy, but I do jiu-jitsu. I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
Are you?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But like, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for so long. I don't know, but I've been doing no-gi.
So what's no-gi? I've never heard of that.
Okay, so you got the gi, like, so you got gi, and that's like that karate-looking thing.
Yep.
It's called a gi, and then you got a no gi is just without the gi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so so I do no gi for a long time. I haven't done gi in a minute, but yeah, I go to the gi classes, and I'm just like, this is not I just think it's not practical for me because I don't fight in the gi.
Well, you see like a lot more heavyweights or more of the boxing and more of the, not probably more of the Muay Thai, more of the grappling, but you don't see a lot of them like shoot, get you down on the
that's
ground.
So tiring, bro.
Oh, I bet.
You get another 260. So a lot of people don't know this. Like you go in a weigh-in, a lot of these heavyweights walk around naturally at like 270, 280 something. By weigh-ins, they're like 266, 265. Right after the fight, they pick it all back up.
Yeah, so they go, 280?
Yeah, and no one wants to shoot in and get sat on by a fat boy,
Right.
So.
I was actually listening to a Joe Rogan episode, and he had Elon on.
Okay.
And he was talking about Elon and Zuckerberg fighting.
Oh, Elon's beating Mark.
So that's what Elon was saying. And then, of course, Joe's a student of the game. So he's like, well, what would you do? And Elon's like, I just do the walrus. He's like, what's the walrus? He goes, I just get him flat on his back and lay on top of him.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck is he going to do at that point?
That
I'm
is
like,
true.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, do you come across heavyweights who have good ground game?
I don't know. Some. I have. There is one. He's came a long way. He's the first fighting championship champ. His name is Kent. He's came a long way, and we grappled for the first time. He almost got me in the head and arm triangle, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna tap to this. No way. So he's really good. And then I got, dang.
So there's only a few.
There's only a few. But when you go to the lower weight classes, man, everybody is because they're scrambly. Oh,
right.
Man.
So like Josh, like he's got to learn it all, it seems like, because he's that shorter but more agile.
Yeah, he's short, agile. He has that long hair that gets in everyone's mouth. So, and
he's got the Troy going.
Yeah, he's that's his little cheat code. But he's pretty good. Yeah, Josh is really good, actually.
Who else do you got in your crew that you're helping bringing up?
I'm trying to bring up my boy Salance.
Okay.
You heard of him? And then I got like this youngster. He's still in high school. His name is Vili. And I'm trying to bring him back into fighting. I got a lot of like poly kids that's in YSA. I shouldn't say kid because they're in YSA. You know what YSA is?
No.
It's the Mormon thing called Young Single Adults.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is some Utah stuff.
That's all good. It's all good.
And I'm just helping these guys out, and they're like young guys still, and they're just trying to live a healthier life at the moment. So.
Right. You feel like they're kind of in that rough neighborhood trying to get out of it. Yeah,
they're just trying to. They're more like being. They're just scared to fully commit. So.
See, to me, it's not like if I wanted to do something like this, which I definitely don't think is my wheelhouse, but if I wanted to do something like that, I don't think I'd be scared for the actual commitment. What would scare me is like someone like you just knocking the fucking shit out of me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I know what you mean, because I know I've been into a gym like that too. When I first started, It was just like, oh, can I fight? And they're like, yeah, go train with the pro fighter over there.
Yeah.
And there's like, yeah, block, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Beat the crap out of you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that when people want to learn under me. And so.
Well, I feel like if you got to break them in easy.
Yeah, you have to.
But the easy part is not necessarily easy. You have to really learn how to do it. And
they do get tested, though. Like, they do get tested because you can't play fight. Like,
right.
You can't, you have to learn how to respect the game, respect fighting.
Right.
And so I don't want to bring people in and then give them this false sense of like, oh, it's nice and easy. No, you will still get tested physically and mentally. And so.
Right. What's cool, though, is like you don't have a setup where it's like the Karate Kid and like the Cobras are like just beating the fuck out.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like you teach them, it will come.
Yes, it will come.
That's the thing I always imagine about MMA. Your beating will come.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No matter. It's what you do. Like, are you gonna get beat? Are you gonna beat him up? Or are you gonna learn how to take the beating or stuff? All kinds of stuff.
Right.
But one thing you will learn is you're gonna get taught
Well, it just seems like you automatically go into survival mode.
Yeah, a lot of people do, and that's why we try to train. I still sometimes go into that mode though, and it's bad, especially when I'm competing and I'm trying to make it. I'm just thinking oh, I gotta knock this guy out right now, instead of thinking okay, I can. If it doesn't go, if I don't knock him out, I still got enough time to figure things out.
Right.
Yeah, so I always go all in and all out, and it just ruins mine.
So what's your mindset though? Let's say you arrive to the arena or wherever you're fighting at, and it's leading up to the match. Take us through your mindset, the preparation, all that stuff.
Man, it's so the week of the fight is when I would say you have 2 months for mental preparation. But for me, the week of the fight is the hardest because, man, you're just thinking about the fight. You're thinking about people that come in to support you. You're thinking about your sponsors. You're thinking about, you're just thinking about everyone besides the fight. You're just thinking constantly about the negative things. And me, it's so hard to kick out. And so it ruins my sleeping pattern. When I take a nap and I feel like I slept 2 hours, I wake up, it's only been 30 minutes. So it goes by super fast and super slow. And then it's a constant mental battle until the day of the fight. And then I'm just sitting in the back locker room with my coaches, and then they just support, they just remind me why are you doing this and stuff like that? You're one of the baddest dudes here in Utah. You're here for a reason. You're not just doing this shit because blah, blah, blah told you.
Right.
You're doing it for you,
right.
And no matter what your family. And so they remind me, and then they also remind me, everybody is scared. No one.
There's no way no one is.
There is no way, unless you're a freaking psychopath, But
well, I feel like there are psychopaths in the game, but everyone is. You've got to be scared.
Oh yeah, and it's you're scared. You get a lot of doubt. Me is more I don't want to let people down.
Yeah,
and I constantly got to remind myself don't. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you.
Right.
They'll love you no matter what.
Yep.
And so it's just a whole mental battle. And then I look at old training videos and old videos of me 10 years ago and just remind myself, damn, you're sitting in the back room in the Maverick Center.
Right.
About to fight in front of all these people.
Right. You've come a long way.
We came a long way. So enjoy the moment. And I'm all right, you're right. And it's a constant mental battle, bro. And it's horrible, man. But when I start to walk out and they play my music, oh man, I'm now I'm in.
Now the adrenaline's going.
Now it's going. I hear everyone doing the crazy cheers and stuff, and I walk out. I see everybody, Zeke, and I'm oh shoot, this is dope.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. Right when I get into the cage, I just see my opponent, and that's it.
So, do you ever watch film of them fighting?
Yeah, I try to. Since I'm still fairly new to the pro side, and a lot of these fighters don't have film on them. But when I do find film, oh yeah, I'm watching all the time,
picking up all their tails and everything.
When does he pick up both his feet, or when does he jump?
When does he drop that hand?
Yeah. Yep. What is it? The bat? Okay, there it is, right there. And so.
But you have a lot of film on you now.
Oh, I got so many now on me.
So
I hate it.
So now
I hate it.
It's almost like it's it's not in your favor.
Yeah.
So that coach wise, I would imagine they're reaching out trying to get film on someone, right?
Oh yeah, they're always getting film.
Because I think if I remember correctly, you were telling me the actual league you're in or whatever is also the surrounding states too, right?
Yeah.
So
all the other surrounding states come down, and Fist Fighting Championship, they're pretty big, and they're also I think. So you got UFC and you got these other big promotions, Bellator, PFL. One championship, and underneath them is Fierce Fighting Championship and stuff like that. he can go straight into the UFC from Fierce Fighting Championship, or you can go to one of those other big promotions. Like, they're pretty big.
Are they?
Yeah, they know how to promote you well.
How close are you to getting to that next step?
Dang it. If it wasn't for the last loss, brother.
Really?
So, yeah.
You were that close?
I was that close, man.
Damn.
And right now, it just lit a fire underneath my butt. It's just like,
good.
The only reason why I lost is because of my conditioning. Now I know what I got to work on.
Yeah.
My goddamn conditioning. And so I'm going to go all out in that, and I'm going to I just feel bad for the next guy I'm fighting, bro.
So when is your next fight?
February 10th.
Here at the Maverick?
Here at the Maverick Center.
Okay, dude. We're all going.
Let's do it, brother.
Like, for sure, we're all going.
Heck yeah.
So how many companies are you sponsored by right now?
So financially, I'm sponsored by Legacy.
Okay.
Notorious. They're like they are the hardest like selling division in Legacy Solar. And then I have Water and Wellness, and they hooked me up with like, dude, it's the best water. I think I'm gonna talk to them to bring one for you guys, man. Okay. Oh, it's the best water in Utah, bro.
Is it?
I'm just used to tap water. That's that caveman mentality.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, water is a water, whatever.
Now they got you on the bougie water.
Oh, it should be.
It's different,
it's
though.
So good, bro.
Is
it's
it?
like people are like, no, it tastes. No, trust me. I've been drinking tap water my whole life.
Yeah.
This water tastes different, and it's like, and they actually help and support the other fighters too.
Oh,
and
good.
So Water and Wellness is my other one, and then I got Elevated Water, and it's hydrogen water in a aluminum can.
Okay.
Frick, I should have brought some.
It's all good, man.
Next time, brother.
It's all good.
Next time, and it's just water with hydrogen in it, and it helps with like the neurons in your brain and just your nervous system and everything like that.
I remember growing up in high school, oxygenated water was the big one.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't even take into the chemistry of it.
Yeah.
All I could tell you is if you drink it and you drink enough of it, like instead of being like super winded all the time, it would like help you recover faster.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is.
Oh yeah, that's what they sell at Water Wellness too.
Do they?
Like they sell all kinds of stuff over there.
But I know like there's so much more research that goes into this now that it's like it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yep. So are they like flavored, or are they just straight up water?
I mean, you could I could taste the difference. Like there's
you?
different. I mean, it's just water, but
they don't have like watermelon berry.
Oh no, that would be dope. You got some Kool-Aid watermelon water?
Yeah,
oh, that'd be dope.
Give me some of that purple drink. No, Zeke, no.
What the heck?
So you you have your loyal? Who's that?
Oh, so this is Legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah,
okay.
This is Legacy, and this is their. You see the N?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that stands for Notorious. They support me so much, and so.
So you get enough financial backing to where you don't have to work and you can do this full time, or do you
not
still
yet.
need to? You're getting close though, I'd imagine.
Getting close, but not yet. I am quitting work so I can just focus in training all next year, because this is how close I was, brother. And
the dream was right there.
And now I know. I was just being naive. I was like, oh, I can lump with Josh, and I can go do construction and train. No, I can't. I have to take this shit serious.
Right.
Because they sponsor another fighter. His name is Mitch Ramirez. He just fought recently, and the matchmaker was there, and he's already like.
So he's on his way.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get signed no matter what. But the thing is that sets me and him apart is that he took this full time, where I'm like. Oh yeah, I can work. No, you can't do that with this kind of dream. Like you have to, because I'm gonna have to hang it up. Like when I hit 40, maybe earlier than that. But I mean, anyone can work anytime.
Some of those like nasty ass injuries you see in the UFC.
Yeah,
like Anderson.
I know, freak.
Fucking Connor. I don't know how Connor thinks he's gonna fight, dude. He's got rods in his damn ankle.
Yeah, that's what you call passion, brother. That's because the fire.
Trust me, I knowing what I've seen from Connor. Like if you would have just gave him a saw and just chopped the fucking foot off, he would have continued fighting.
Yeah. He was like, just take it off. I don't feel it.
Yeah, no problem. But dude, like that's crazy. I didn't know you were that close. I knew as like you and I known each other.
Yeah,
it's always been the dream, and it's been cool watching you like go through it. But I didn't know you were like right there.
Yeah,
like
because I signed to a management, and I try to get a lot of the fighters to understand like it's cool to have managers because they have their hands in the pile of like matchmakers in the UFC and stuff like that.
Right.
And so my management, it's a Ruby Rose, and they have like a bunch of UFC fighters under them, a bunch of Bellator, One Championship, PFL fighters. Like,
Oh, so they're pretty spread out.
yeah, they're huge. And so like my manager was like, dude, just get this out the way. You know, we start talking.
So, so they tell you like your next one in February if you win that one.
No, I just got to make my name again next year like I did this year. And so it's all right. I'm not, at first I was like down about it but I'm still going to.
Could be a blessing though.
It is a blessing, brother.
It could be like, God telling you like, hey.
Yeah, get your
shit together.
Yeah, get your shit together. Get your ass up.
Yeah.
Go fucking run.
Right.
Quit your goddamn jobs.
Right. Do this full time.
Yeah.
How's the family life?
Family, it's just me and my girl. You know my girl.
Yep.
It's just me and her. We still got 2 dogs. Did you ever see my dog? She was a puppy at a time.
Maybe. Yeah. I remember.
She's still alive.
Really?
She's kicking and chilling, bro.
Yeah.
All she does is sit in front of the chimney. That's it.
How's the other, like you have Rose and then Josh, right? How are they doing?
Rose and no, they're not a thing.
No. They're off doing their own shit.
Yeah, they're just doing their own thing.
Well, because like I talked to Josh. I'm like, hey, I need help.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, and then they show up, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, it's because she didn't have a ride. She was staying with us for a little bit.
Was she?
Yeah, and so that was like easier. I would just tell Josh, hey, come pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
Because my car, I was riding dirty. I'm sure you seen my story on Facebook. Yeah, I didn't have like registration or insurance and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you can't drive my car, and that's gonna get towed if you get caught. So,
yeah. How's is Tina still fighting though?
No, but the passion's still there. She wants to. She got offered to fight on the bare knuckle fight.
Really?
Yeah, but she didn't take it.
How come?
I don't know.
She always scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, she's a badass. Bro.
You just say one wrong thing to her, and that was it.
She just does that. What's up?
She give you that look, and then I see her on Facebook just blowing people up. I'm like, oh,
I know.
Man.
That's one thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I don't do that.
You're like, come on, girl, take it easy.
Yeah,
take it easy.
Yeah, she blasts so many people. I'm like, oh, jeez. There's
good.
Nothing they can do.
No, but that's one girl you want in your corner.
Yeah,
I mean, I've always liked her. I thought she was always the greatest. But yeah, when she was telling me she was fighting and she would show me some of her stuff, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
What else? Like, so within your ranks of where you're at with like the guys you're supporting, do you have someone you're like, hey, like this kid could do it, like he could make it?
Yes.
And that's
Villy.
Villy.
Yeah.
And is he not?
He's still in. He's man. I don't know his business and stuff like that, but I do know like he just hangs around the wrong people. He had the same mentality I did. It's just like growing up, I wanted respect through fear.
Right.
So I wanted to copy like certain people's actions and stuff. But no, that's not how you gain respect. No. And so not only that, like he's doing school stuff, and whenever he's ready, like especially when he graduates next year, and so I know we talked a lot about like he wants to go full time in the training or just be serious with training more. And yeah, he's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, you get him young though, because like we have a mutual friend who I don't know how they're all related, but he knows a guy that just a straight up boxer and is talented as hell. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, he's fighting like on ESPN Friday night.
See, that's awesome.
And he just signed with Mayweather.
Oh, wow.
So there's a video of those two like just talking and like, yeah, man, he got this motherfucker. And like you look back and you watch the film and you're like, damn, dude, like he actually made it.
Yeah.
And I think he's a Salt Lake City boy, right? Yeah.
See, that's dope. Yeah, this one is still in high school, and so. And he's the one that used to bother me. He was like,
really?
I think it was like a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago. I thought he would just write me constantly on Instagram like, hey, Toko, and talking means bro. I was like, hey, Toko, can I come and train with you? And I'm just like, I'm tired of people like
hitting you up.
Yeah, hitting me up because I was just in training camp and I wasn't taking him serious because people would say, I want to train. And I was like, okay, meet up at the gym at this time. They never show up. But this kid, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a chance. He showed up, he was ready, and he never stopped showing up until he had to go back to school, figure out his grades, start being a little troublemaker.
Right.
You know? So,
see, that's what you ought to do, because obviously you're willing to take him under your wing and be like, hey, graduate.
Yeah.
Like, be done with this.
Yes.
Then
make your parents proud, and then.
But if you got him at 18 and taught him what you know, and then got him with the right crew, I mean, he'd be on his way, man.
No, bro. There's a bunch of other young Polynesians, not even just Polynesians. Like, I got some white kids, and I got some like young black dudes, and they're just always hitting me up, and I'm come on through. I'm actually training 2 of these young kids, man. They're 2 white boys from freaking Harriman.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I posted it on my Instagram story, and they're just
check it out.
Yeah, they're pretty good too. They're like hungry. They're
they?
like, oh yeah. They're like, I want to fight. Like,
but do they want to fight for the right reasons, though?
I asked them that, and they said, yeah.
That's the thing, is like, if you get people that just want to hurt other people.
Oh no, that's okay.
You know,
anytime I get anyone like that, I tell them put on the gloves and let's spar, because I want them to feel that, like the
right. Because
if you are gonna use it to make someone feel like unsafe and scared, I want you to feel it so you understand it.
Yeah, you have to Mr. Miyagi them.
Yeah, I've only done that to one person.
No, yeah,
and they never showed back up at the gym. So
dang.
But it was, I just want to go and beat up. Okay, you're not gonna use this to go beat up whoever you just said. So put on the gloves.
See, that's the thing with MMA is it. I don't want to say it's for everyone, but like the people that get involved, it's for like all walks of life. Like I remember there was one time I was at a bar, and I was in the bathroom in the line waiting to piss, and there was some dude, he was just drunker and shit, talking shit to this guy who was shorter than him, and his buddy is next to him, and next thing you know, like the smaller kid turns around, he looks at his buddy, and he starts smiling, and I'm like, oh no. And then the guy that was like talking shit to him pushed him, and next thing you know, like, dude got his ass whooped.
Oh, I bet.
And then like the guy turns around, he's like, see, I told him. I'm like, hey, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're good, bro. Like, I got your back. But I was like, damn, this kid, I'm not joking, he was probably $140 soaking wet.
Oh yeah, bro.
And he just like busted out the Muay Thai. I'm like, what the fuck was this?
I'm telling
shit?
you, bro, if you come to like these MMA gyms and you see these small dudes and they're like fighters, you're like, damn, these guys can fight.
Right.
Yeah, man. But they're super humble. A lot of fighters are super humble. I don't go around and be like, I'm an MMA fighter, guys. Like, don't mess with me.
Right.
I
think when you start to get the ego where you feel like you're larger than life, like you hear, like, again, like a lot of the Connor stuff, where he's like swinging on people, and
I know,
you know what I mean, like that. Stop being a clown.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like you can hurt someone.
Yeah,
like you let that go.
Yeah,
that guy ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you had altercations like that though? Because sometimes you get in the wrong place, the wrong time, and you're there.
I mean, before I got cauliflower ear, people would try to test me all the time, like especially at the bars when I would like bounce over there. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to beat you up real quick. But now, since I've been fighting for nonstop like 2 years, no one. Nothing crazy.
That's cool. But you're probably more self-disciplined too.
Yeah, I just don't bother with stuff like that.
Well, because now because you have sponsors, like if anything were to happen,
their names attached to it and stuff like that.
And then the dream gets pulled from you, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
See, that's funny you mentioned cauliflower ear, because like I never noticed it. Like I seen it in MMA, like watching UFC and Bellator and all that. And then like I noticed it out on the streets, and it always reminds me of like, if someone's walking down the street with 2 6-shooters on the side, you ain't fucking with that dude.
That makes sense, yeah.
You see a dude with cauliflower ear,
you don't fuck with him.
You ain't fucking with him either. Like, hell no. Like, you will go up, shake his hand, buy him a drink, whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't fuck with that guy.
Right.
So I get it. Like, I can see people, like, running into you being like, damn. And plus, you're, like, big in size, though, too, now.
Yeah. I just walk. I don't know. I'm just not bothered by people anymore. I used to be.
Yeah.
You remember?
Oh, yeah.
23 years old, 24?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I was just like, man, whoever wants it, I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah, of course.
No.
But you're full of all that, like, piss and vinegar at that time.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I watch my brother pull his shit, and I have to pull him aside. I'm like, what? He's like, no one's going to disrespect me. I'm all, let it go,
Let
dude.
it go,
Let it go, because you don't know what that other dude's going through.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you don't know if he's packing. You never know who has a fucking gun on.
That is true.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Like him and I carry. In fact, when we pulled in, when I was trying to get you to go down to the basement, there's actually some homeless people just hanging out, you know, and they're just trying to stay warm, but you never know.
You never know.
So I get out of the 4Runner and grab my stuff, and I got mine right here. Yep. So I look at him and I tap it. He's like, "Oh shit." Yeah. He knows. But
you gotta carry, bro.
Yeah,
this world is nuts.
It's so crazy. I mean,
crazier.
I've had instances on the freeway where I'm like, "Oh, now this shit's going down."
Yeah.
And luckily got out of it. And then I've had some shit downtown in bars. But that's where I would love to know, like some little Muay Thai. You know,
it, brother. I'm down. You can come to the gym anytime, brother.
We ought to do a field trip, Lee.
Yeah, you guys come through, man.
Go check it out.
Heck yeah.
And then yeah, dude, like I'm excited for you. I didn't know you were that close. So
yeah, bro. I wouldn't say that close, like right into it, but I was like in the talks already, like.
But
that would have been like, okay, so because they were like, oh, here's a prospect from Utah. They post me on their Instagram socials and stuff, and it's the management that's doing it. And when they post anything about you, and they already all these promotions are looking at you,
right?
And so like, if I got that, oh well, the past is the past.
So who's handling all like your social media stuff?
I'm still doing it, but it's getting to the point where I'm just like, I just want to stay off of social media, but I can't. You know, I got my sponsors, and I'm trying to promote myself even more and connect more with people that, you know, support me and stuff.
So is there no one in like your team that would take that from you and allow them to like kind of get your name out there?
No.
That's kind of like the thing me and Lee talk about all the time is like our last little piece to the puzzle for this whole thing is finding that one person who can go in and just post for us.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the time to do it, and I'm not good at that shit. Like I just posted on Instagram the very first like episode we did, and I'm just like, "Hey guys, check it out," and then I like post the link, and you can't even tap on the link to go to where it needs to go to.
Yeah.
Like that's how stupid I am with social media. So I don't know. I'm just curious because I feel like that's such a huge piece to the game now.
Yeah.
You know, is someone getting your name out there because obviously more promotions coming in.
Yeah.
What was it like to get your first sponsor?
Oh, bro, I loved it, man. I loved it because like it did help a lot. Like, cause when I got sponsored by, especially with the water too, like, even though they don't do it financially, it is financially for them to give me free water.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, I just got to do is just represent them on a professional level, and I get some cool, like I get water, I get, bro, I get like, I just love the water, like it's so good. But it's like, the feeling is like, especially when I got from Legacy Notorious, is like, okay, I can call off a few days, or I can call off this day to go train a little harder and stuff. Like it was more negotiable with like my training schedule, and so
they give you like a kind of like an outline of what they expect from you.
Yeah, well, they just expect me to hold Notorious at a high level, like
right,
which I will probably do until I die, and just like they believe in me so much, and I just gotta just go and do my thing, you know, and so.
So how do they approach, like who approaches people in your group regarding sponsoring you? Do they go to you directly, or is there, because you have your management team, right?
Well, now I do. Like I didn't go through my management. My management could go, like my manager could hook me up with sponsors, but he would have to get a cut too. And so I'm like, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm cool with that, man. But how I got Legacy Notorious is the vice president of the company hit me up, and we've known each other for a while, and so just like me and you, we've known each other for a good minute, and he was just like, "Hey, man, let's have lunch," and then and he just told me on the spot, him and his partner Cameron Brown, and so.
Cameron Brown, white boy?
Yeah.
I know him. Is he all jacked?
Not anymore.
He used to be, though?
Maybe. I don't know. I just know him as...
Might be different.
Hey, no disrespect to Cam.
No, but like because I know a Cameron Brown. I went to high school with a Cameron Brown.
Okay.
And he, like last time I saw him, like he was jacked.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, that doesn't matter one way or another, but it's funny because you drop a Cameron Brown. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I might know the same Cameron Brown.
Okay, I'll show you after.
Okay.
See if it's him.
Yeah, he was He was awesome in high school.
Yeah.
He's a year older than I am. I'm not shit. I graduated in 03.
Oh, damn.
So he was 02. I know, right? I know.
I'm around the corner, brother.
I know, but anyway, he was cool. If that's the same Cameron Brown, that's awesome because I know him. I could vouch for him. Like, he's a good dude.
Yeah. Well, this Cameron is a really great guy. Like, he has like 3-4 kids. He lives in St. George now.
Maybe not the right Cameron Brown, then, but show me a picture because I could be off.
Okay.
I just, like, back to the networking thing. It was kind of funny when, like, I'll talk a little bit how this kind of came together. Me and Lee, he's like, hey, do you want to go to a Ute game? And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, meet me at the office. And I was like, cool. And this was the office. And I'm like, what are you doing with this space? And he's like, nothing. And we're like, dude, let me present to you an idea on a podcast. And we'd been talking about it for weeks and weeks. And then I ended up getting invited to go down to Vegas on a golf tournament. Now, I wasn't in the golf tournament, and I had these big plans of, like, kind of sabotaging the golf tournament a little bit. Mm-hmm. But with some extracurricular activities the night before, I couldn't get up and go. Yeah. But I ended up networking with some people, and it kind of, like, Lee, don't you think it kind of blew the top off this whole thing? And now it's like, dude, it's full bore. Like, we have other friends that are like, dude, you got to get this person on, this person on, this person on. And I'm like, let's do it. Give them, here's our dates. Like, go, So it was really cool, though, that you were willing to come on in such short time frame. So I got to thank you enough because as this thing starts to kind of to take off and develop and go its route, it's cool to talk to people I know that are in different things and be able to, like, have you guys on and explain, like, your journey and how you got to where you got to. Yeah. Like, I love being able to give someone, like, a platform to be able to do this. So, again, thank you for coming on. Like, especially with the short turnaround, because I didn't, like, we got done recording the last one, and we knew we were on a short week because of Christmas, So I'm like, man, who could we get in? Like, who could I get into that I haven't got into, like, what they, like, the area that, like the MMA stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I got to call Zeke. You're the first person. I'm like, I got to call Zeke. And then what was it the next day? I'm like, got him. Like, we're good.
Hell yeah.
So
let's do it.
Anything else you want to add, advice for, like, upcoming fighters and anything else?
I just, if there's any upcoming fighters, just, like, continue to do it for you. Mm-hmm. Don't lose that sight. I mean, I love sponsoring, and I continue to remind everybody, like, even my own sponsors, like, I just want to remind you guys, like, I'm grateful for everything you guys do for me, but I've always fought for myself. I've never fought for so-and-so. I never fought for money. I never fought for sponsors. I never fought for just whatever reason it is. I only fought for myself.
For it's like you, for the love of the fighting.
The whole, whatever you is to yourself, right? And so I just constantly remind myself that. And but when I do get sponsors, man, I'm so grateful for it because, like, they see something in me that sometimes I lose sight of, and like my last loss, like, bro, I lost and my sponsors still want to support me. That's nuts to me. Like, right. Like, what? Why do you want to support a loser?
Well, especially because, like, you look at, like, the UFC. It seems like you get three losses and you're out.
Yeah, and they're out. And then and I'm just thinking way too ahead sometimes. And but I just gotta live in the moment and just learn and just appreciate people that do and support me and sponsor me. But the main thing is, like, always remind yourself you just do it for you. Like, no matter what, win or loss, like, continue to do it until you can't no more. Because I can't fight forever.
Right.
Like, I can't be a big bad wolf,
No, but you could lay the foundation for you and also bring others up, like I feel like, I mean, you probably get a ton of gratification when you get in, like, you've trained, like, your ass off, get into the ring, win. Yeah. But do you get more gratification doing that, or do you get more gratification actually sharing your knowledge with other people and watching them?
Sharing. Man, I love sharing. I love sharing my knowledge. Oh, that's a good point. Like, I don't, like, when I get, like, a hungry person that wants to learn how to fight, I don't charge them nothing. Right. Yeah, there's no reason. I don't charge anyone anything, actually, because I want to share everything I know. Like, I've trained, like, from Kaizen to some gyms in Las Vegas, to like the gym up there in Park City with Marco Sanchez, one of the best striking coaches here in Utah, and Fight City, Eric Wallin, who was on UFC and Bellator.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just got a lot of knowledge, and when someone hungry and is like determined to be a fighter comes to me, I'm like, all right, let's get it. You just got to be 100% with it, you know?
Yep.
Don't waste my time. But I don't charge no one anything, and so.
Have you thought about opening your own gym?
I have a few times. I have.
Have you like came close to doing it?
I don't know. I think it's the finances, the financial part. I'm guessing. I can only imagine. And like, it'll come one day. I know my other coaches wanted to open another gym too, like somewhere down here, closer to all of us. So
where's your current gym at right now?
So I have two. I have one in South Salt Lake, off of State Street. It's called Fight City.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of that is Eric Wallin. He's also like a fighter too. Still top ranked in Utah. And then I have the one in Rise Boxing and Classic Fight Team in Park City. And the head coach for that, for me, is Marco Sanchez.
Okay.
Yeah, he's also a fighter too. So
you're training with the best of the best.
Yeah, I have to. And like the champ trains there over there too. A lot of great fighters train over there, and so we all share like a lot of knowledge in between each other. So
do you? Because one thing just off the top of my head, and you may already be doing this, but like with your sponsors and like your crew that you train with, have you guys thought about like a community outreach where you're actually getting these kids and they're training them like little and getting them going?
Yeah, I don't know if they have, but I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
I mean, how cool would it be to like train like a little 8-year-old badass? Right? You know what I mean?
Get older and just start whooping people.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That'd be something to think about.
That is. I definitely want to help like troubled youth, especially when you grow up in just a broken home or a broken environment, stuff like that. So
it's amazing though what you can offer someone can totally change the outlook on their entire life.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, for me, like, if I was in a position like that where, you know, it wouldn't be about the wins and losses. It wouldn't be about, you know, the money or the struggle to get there. It'd be about, like, changing a community. Like, how cool would that be?
Oh, that would be amazing.
You know what I mean?
Man, that would be great.
That's
the plan in the future, is just to help out the youth and whoever just needs the right path to, like, I don't know, to deal with their aggression and sadness and depression and all this stuff.
Well, just, I mean, think about how you felt as a child, you know, and like everyone's the same. Everyone goes through shit, you know, and to be able to give someone an outlet to do what you do and like show them, you know, not necessarily like the goal is like, oh, you can go kick this guy's ass, but the goal is more like I can channel all the frustrations in a very positive way, you know, and then some of the times, you know, these kids come in thinking they're badass and they get their bell rocked and they're like, whoa, hold on a second.
Yeah, well, I'm not a badass.
No, not at all.
Trust me, I have been that way too before, you know? It's like, I think it's a good thing. I think, I definitely want to help out with stuff like that in the future.
Well, anything we can do, I think that'd be cool to get involved in. You know,
that'd be dope. You guys are already doing enough right now.
We're trying.
Believe it or not,
we're trying.
Once you post this, it's gonna go to all my sponsors.
Good. You know,
like, I mean, let's see what this guy's talking about. You know,
well, like my whole thing is you know, we're not trying to. This isn't necessarily like a money making venture. Like the idea of how this all started was, you know, last year, where people were like, you know. In fact, I'll tell you the whole story of how this whole thing went down. I had a friend that I was living with who just got out of a relationship, down and out, and him and I, like, you know, we connected, and I ended up moving in with him, and then we'd have some nights where, you know, we were doing shit we weren't supposed to be doing.
Right.
But, like, he would break down, and he would tell me, and, like, I would pretty much, like, interview him. And so if you go on my Instagram, it's Dr. Jonathan Peters. He's the one that gave me that nickname. So like everyone, like anyone I would like come across, like if they had a problem, like we'd sit down. Like, I mean, you remember back in the day, like if you were doing something you weren't supposed to do, like you and I would sit down.
Yeah.
I would never fucking scream at you guys.
Yeah.
It was always one-on-one conversations, and then it was cool after that.
Yeah.
You know, but like on a much deeper level, you know, I would really start to like break people down, and like they would start to tell me like things that they normally wouldn't tell people. Yeah. You know, and I'd keep it real secret. Like I'm not here to like, you know, tell on other people and like their other shit.
Right.
But anyway, I started listening to a lot of podcasts, and one day I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I could do this.
Yeah.
I could do this.
There you go.
I'd be good at this. I could do this.
I'm really liking the vibe, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just woke up and I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then I start talking to the guy that does all of our editing and the videos and everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what's your thoughts? He's like, yeah. I was like, why don't you come and do it with me?
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, I could do that. Cause he's a big time gamer. Like he's got this huge game following.
Yeah. Okay.
And so he's already used to doing videos and stuff. And so anyway, like him and I started it, and then, you know, I wanted to start getting guests in, you know, and it's hard doing it in a basement with someone. And then, you know, I started to get a lot of compliments like, hey, you got the voice for this. Mm-hmm. You know, like you were really good at like asking the questions and getting people to like open up and everything. And that was a huge compliment to me. And then like fast forward to September, you know, and then like me and Lee started connecting, and like this kind of started to take off, and this took off really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from his camera and then our two iPhones, episodes 1, 2, and 3, to now having like almost all this. Ooh, and we just keep dumping money into it. And it's cool to have like other people from their walk of life to come in and like talk about things. Like today we're doing your MMA stuff. Yeah. Last week I just did one with a friend who married and dated a narcissist.
Oh, God.
So it's like your do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
And then the one before that, like, do you know who SLC Foodie is?
Foodie.
Yeah, like he's a foodie account. He goes in and he like.
I think so.
So I grew up with him. We went to high school together. Good friend of mine. Used to work out with him all the time.
Okay.
He has this amazing following. He built his just off the love of food.
Yeah.
So I had him on, and that was a straight up interview.
Oh, that is dope.
And then the one before that, we had two guys that I connected with out in Vegas on this golf tournament. And it was like 2 hours of just the most wild stories. And that's what just got posted tonight. Okay. So check that out, because it's fire from start to finish. Mm. But anyway, like, you know, for me, like I want to give back. I want to be able to have like people on that necessarily don't think they have a voice, but they do. Yeah. And they talk about whatever it is that they're willing to talk about, and it's just like a cool, candid conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it means the world for me, for you to come on, and anyone who wants to come on, because, you know, I get a lot of like people who will be like, oh, I want to come on. It's like, well, what do you want to talk about? And they're like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, well, come on anyway.
Yeah.
I'll bust out the Dr. Jonathan Peters and we'll open you up. You know, and then it just kind of starts from there. So it's cool to give back. But yeah, anything we can do to help you, you know, let us know. Because
appreciate it, brother.
Like, you know, you get that feeling when something's right. Yeah. You're right place, right time, and you got a lot of energy behind it. Like, that's how we feel about this.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat too. Like I still got like a lot of energy behind me too. So this is just gonna add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah, man, just spread the word. I'm more than happy to have the other fighters on.
Oh yeah.
Next thing you know, like we'll have your crew on, dude.
Dude, that'll be so dope.
And we'll just talk stories. You know, we'll talk fighting stories, all of it, the whole nine.
And one thing about like with a lot of the fighters that I train with, they have a crazy background story too. Like, so to see them at the level that they're at now was pretty dope, and I think it's going to touch a lot of people too. So
good. Well, I'm more than happy to have them on. Just, you know, if they want to come on and talk about it, let's do it. I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy 2-hour deal. It could be an hour. It can be 45 minutes.
We can do whatever, brother. We're used to long hours.
There you go. Hell, I mean, if your gym's even willing, I mean, we'll take the road show and we'll go do it in the gym, and we'll do it.
That'll be so dope. Because I do have a fight. Yeah, I already told you, February 10th. Mm-hmm. And I think this is gonna be like, once you guys post it. And do you guys do like clips and stuff like that?
We do.
Okay. Do you guys post it on Instagram? Most of my followers are like on Instagram.
So the audio version's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I mean, anywhere you can listen to a podcast, you can get the audio. The video, we just launched the YouTube channel, so we actually have videos on the YouTube channel now.
Okay.
And then there's a girl that we just hired at our job, or my job, and she's got a background in doing clips and like spreading the word.
Oh, that's dope.
So, and then I know the other guy that does the video editing, he's actually on TikTok right now posting a bunch of different clips that we just did to see like what we could do to kind of spread the word.
Okay.
So by the time this comes out, hopefully we're like, good at what we do.
Yeah.
And the right people are doing the right thing. So you'll see it everywhere. I'll make sure you get tagged and everything.
Okay.
So
yeah. I definitely want those tags because it'll just help push for, especially on your platform, but also mine for my fight.
Yeah.
It's just like,
absolutely.
Shoot, everyone's surprised that I'm fighting again so soon.
I'm not. I know you.
Yeah,
I'm not. I know. As soon as because I talked to Josh about helping me out on a job, and I was like, "Well, where's Zeke at?" He's like, "Oh, he's depressed. He just lost a fight." I'm like, "He'll rebound.
Yep.
He'll rebound. I already know this."
Yep.
So he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got his back. He's just not feeling it right now." And I'm like, "Let me get him on the show."
Yeah.
Let me get him on the show.
And you got me literally where I started training camp again.
Good.
Like I'm going 100 again, and so. Yeah, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I started it on sparring day. That still trips me out. I was like, my coach was like, well, day one. I'm like, oh
man. He's like, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Yeah. And a lot of even the smaller guys got a little licking on me. So I got like a mark. I'll show you after.
Okay.
One of them got pretty good. And I was like, you're lucky I'm so tired. It's just like, just go ahead and beat me up.
Come beat up daddy because he ain't beat me up tomorrow.
I know. That's the only time.
Right. Anything else you want to add?
No, brother. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, brother. And
where can we find you at? What's all your socials?
Social on Instagram. It is my Tonga name, Isikeli, Isikeli, Latu, Latu, and that's on my Instagram. And on my Facebook, it's just Ezekiel Latu, Ezekiel Latu, Latu.
You want to rep the sponsors?
Oh, yeah, for sure. A big shout out to my sponsors, Notorious, baby, Notorious Legacy. I don't know which camera I'm looking at, but
all of them.
All right, Notorious Legacy. Big shout out to those guys, man. Those guys truly do believe in me, bro. And it's just like, especially with the other fighter when they talk to me about it, and it's just like, man, I really truly appreciate and love everyone at Notorious. So don't worry, February 10th. You guys will see the support come full hand. And
Hell yeah.
Another shout out is to Water and Wellness, the best water in Utah. And, if you guys are just drinking water bottles and like, especially those people, what do you call it, environmentalists or something like that, go to Water and Wellness, and then there's no water bottles. You go there and refill your big old 5-gallon, 20-gallon, whatever it is they have there. And it's really good water. And they have it from alkaline to like the oxygenated water and different mineral waters. And they have all kinds of other stuff in there. So Water and Wellness is like a good spot for water. And last but not least, elevated water for hydrogen water. And it comes in a can. So for those environmentalists, there you go. It's an aluminum can. And, you just recycle that. And it's nice. It's not in plastic. If you like water bottles but you don't like the taste of plastic, just go ahead and use, just hit me up or look up elevated water. And then, you get some aluminum water cans.
Okay.
It's hydrogen infused.
If any of your sponsors want to, reach out to us and talk with us, I have no problem doing
hell yeah,
all of the advertising. We're always looking for new stuff all the time too. So
actually, all three might want to come through.
Okay. Well,
I know Legacy Notorious. I'm gonna have to come with him. The VP of that company is kind of crazy. I gotta keep him in line.
Okay. So, no, that's cool. That's cool.
Nah, that's my brother, and I'll definitely be on when he comes. If you guys,
yeah, absolutely. You can find us anywhere. Okay. Like I was telling you, and then YouTube, a little bit of me and you.
Yeah.
That was created.
A little bit of me and you. I like that. That is hard, bro.
That was created by yours truly.
That sounds like some MMA shit right there.
Hey, man, it could be anything you want.
It could.
Anytime I tell people that, they're always like, is that like sexual? And I was like, you can take it how you want. You can take it how you want.
Yeah,
but it means a lot. It's many different meanings to it. So.
Yeah, I like it. You can translate it to anything.
The main meaning is as you sit down and like you and I talk, you know, and like I interview you or I interview anyone.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a little bit of me in you.
All right.
Get it?
Yeah.
Get it now?
I get it.
Yeah, some people are like, they think it's sexual. I'm like, no, not necessarily. You can take it how you want.
I can see the sexual in it, though.
Yeah.
I don't want any little bit of anyone in me, but
No.
I get what you're saying.
No. This is total legit shit.
I got you, brother.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We will be in touch. I definitely want to come to this fight.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it.
I'll be in the corner if you need me.
Dude, just freaking, I don't know, just have fun.
Okay.
You know,
You got it.
Come, just have fun.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah,